Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of the Koffers News for the week of June 6, 2024. This is the Kaiju Kingdom Podcast weekly update on all the latest merchandise you're going to want to stock those shelves. Now, this week isn't nearly as heavy as last week's episode, but there's some sweet big ticket items for you collectors. Now, enough of me rambling. Let's get down to brass tacks. Banpresto! They're getting into the recolor game with their current Godzilla -1 pieces. The two UFO catcher exclusives that are currently in Japanese arcades will now have a -1 black and white color variant that you could win. These, of course, are the same figures as before, but with a new paint job, hence the recolor. And sadly, unless you're in Japan, the only way you're going to be able to get these guys is through a third party until Banpresto does a wide release. Now, I do have the super deformed figure, which I love to death. And to be fair, he goes for a very reasonable price online as more and more people won these things. So if you can't wait, well, maybe spend the $40 because he's well worth it. The new color variants will hit Japanese arcades this July. If you watched our previous videos, you saw that we mentioned this interesting looking skeleton Godzilla model kit. Well, this week, Bandai Spirits has officially announced the specs and release date for this figure. The plastic model kit can be assembled in two ways. First, you get the skeleton, which is designed by famed Godzilla concept artist Shinichi Nishikawa. The second is adding the layer of skin, which gives you the full Godzilla experience. The skin itself is plastic and can be fit over the skeleton, pretty much creating an actual living embodiment of Godzilla himself. It's pretty cool. The design is, of course, based on his look in the opening moments of Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire. The length of the kit is 255 millimeters, or a little over 10 inches, and he will run roughly $70 American. He is currently available for pre-order through Big Bad Toy Store. Monsterpalooza was this past weekend, one of our favorite horror shows to attend, and we weren't the only ones there in force. Mondo made an appearance at the show, showing off a bunch of new cool stuff that fits the flavor of the show, including some Universal monsters. But they were not leaving out the kaiju element. Nope, they were not. They revealed two new figures in their Godzilla vinyl line. Well, to an extent. What you see here on display is the Godzilla UFO, which features our hero riding atop an Exian saucer. This wonderful homage to figures like the Godzilla bike vinyl from days of old is beautifully created by Octeil, Brandon Lyon, and Hector Arce, and is coming in two, so far, color variations. They stand roughly about 8 inches with a fall 2024 tentative release date. Having seen these things in person, I can tell you they are fantastic. And if you're a Sofubi collector, these are going to be must-haves. Spiral Studios continues their demand for your money with the latest offering in their Monsterverse line. Shimo, the Ice Titan. This PVC figure stands over 11 inches in height with a 23-inch body span, making her one of the biggest figures in the line thus far and stands in scale with your Spiral Godzilla Evolved. There will be two versions available for pre-order, a standard and bonus version. The bonus being, well, it comes with the crystal that Scar King uses to control her. So, strap in because here are the prices. The standard version retails for $395, while the bonus runs $430. So you're going to have to ask yourself, is that crystal worth the extra $40? Both editions are now available for pre-order on Spiral's site or through retailers like Big Bad Toy Store, tentatively set for a Q1 2025 release date. Super 7 and Target continue their association with a brand new set of exclusive reaction figures that you can only get in Target stores. These are Godzilla and Mechagodzilla, featuring brand new cards and paint schemes revolving around the Stern Godzilla pinball game. If you haven't played that game, it's pretty damn fun. Both of these figures will retail for $20 a pop and are available only at your local Target. And of course, the Monsterverse caps off this edition of the show. Bandai has officially revealed their Scar King and Shimo figures, but there's a catch. They're Bandai premium figures. The two will come together as a box set, with Scar King at the standard movie monster series height of 6 inches. Shimo will be slightly bigger, but a little over 11 inches long. So here's the thing. These two have yet to be offered through the American Bandai premium site or either of the Japanese or American Godzilla stores. So unless that changes, getting these two is going to be a massive pain in the ass. While Bandai has offered movie monster series figures before via the premium store, they've always been somewhat available through other retailers, and thus far, these two have not. You're going to try to get into the Bandai premium site, the Japanese version that is. Well, you're going to have a hard time because that site is region locked and they will not ship to the US. So you need a VPN just to browse it. Now, unless things change, it's sadly going to look like these are going to be third-party figures that you're going to have to pay an exorbitant amount for. And this is the problem with releasing movie monster series figures out through the Bandai premium format. That premium is there for a reason. They demand a much higher price tag than what you would get on store shelves. Typically, a movie monster series figure runs between $25 to $30. This set's probably going to be pushing about $100. Considering that so far no one could get a price tag on these things, that says a lot. So they are both tentatively due for a release in November of this year, just in time for Godzilla's 70th anniversary. So unless something changes, well, that's going to be it. And that's going to wrap it up for this edition of the Koffers News. Remember, if you like what you see, we do have a show. It's called The Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. And if you don't like to stream, you can find our show and our sister show, Common Kaisers, on all of your favorite streaming sites, including Spotify, Apple, or wherever else you might find better podcasts. And we're also on social media. You can find us on X at The Kaiju Kingdom, Instagram at The Kaiju Kingdom, or Facebook.com/The Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. If you like this video, do check out more on our channel, as we have a lot of fun stuff coming up this week, including coverage from Monsterpalooza. And that will do it for this edition of the Koffers News. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.